to the pop-up studio. My name is Matthew Reinhardt, and this is where I work. I'm a pop-up book creator. I'm a children's book author and illustrator, papercraft creator, and the YouTube person. Here I am on YouTube, sharing with you. Okay, so anyways, it is Dinosaur Month here at the channel. Look, it's Pride Month, it's Dinosaur Month. We're proud of being dinosaurs. We got it all here, right? So today, our first dinosaur craft we are going to make is this really awesome Dino diorama, okay? So it is a pop-up diorama book, and you can see it opens up and closes, so you can get it like a book, and then, hey, I want to display my dinosaurs. Look at that. What it basically is a carousel book. So you can see from the top, it's round, kind of like a carousel, and it opens and you can turn it. That's what they call them. But I'm gonna call it a Dino diorama pop-up. Look we've got some Cretaceous dinosaurs, we have Jurassic dinosaurs, and of course, Triassic dinosaurs. Triassic ones are like, so small, we're just starting out. All right, so we're gonna make this together. All right, so you're gonna need cardstock, 7 pieces of cardstock to make this pop-up, okay? So use regular, you can use regular colored white cardstock, you can use multicolored like we did. You're gonna go down below, there's a link, you're gonna click on the link and download the template. Download the template, print it out onto cardstock, 7 pieces, whichever colors you want, and we're gonna get to assembling, so let's get started. Yeah! Okay, we've printed out all of our templates. There we are, 7 pages of them. You're gonna need to use a ruler. You're gonna need a knitting needle or a large paper clip for scoring. You're gonna need something to cut with. I would use a craft knife or an X-Acto knife or whatever you wanna call it. You're gonna need regular old glue and lots of markers or colored pencils or crayons, whatever you wanna do, because you're gonna have to decorate all of our dinosaurs in our diorama. So first we're gonna score things, and you know the score. We're gonna use the edge of our knitting needle or the large paper clip, and we're going to rub it into all of the dotted black lines on the templates. And this makes it easier for us to fold. You don't want to be trying to make these folds without scoring them in the beginning. You just don't. Next, we're going to start decorating, okay? So we're going to decorate our dinosaurs and color them in. You can also color in the ground. Now you're going to see that in our version, we actually use just colored paper to make it match the base that's green, but you can do whatever you want. You glue on cut out paper, you can use colored pencils, you can do whatever you want, but color in all the dinosaurs and the tree backgrounds as well. So next up, we're going to cut the bases here. We're using our X-Acto knife. Remember to be very careful when you're using a craft knife like this, and that you cut away from your hands, because you don't want to slice yourself. I've done that before, and let me tell you, it's not fun going to the hospital and getting those stitches, trust me. So be careful. All right, so we got all our pieces cut out, almost. It's gonna take a while. Cutting out the dinosaurs, it takes a little bit to get it all done. So just take your time and, put on some good music and relax. I wish I was this fast with cutting out things, but this is all sped up. So this is just to show you how to cut things out. And sometimes I even move the paper to make it easier for me to cut out some of those different directions. So even though I might not be doing it here for you on the video, that's what I typically do. I kind of rotate the paper if there's a curve or something like that, so it's easier to cut out. Okay, so we've got all our pieces cut out and decorated. So let's get to assembling. How about that? Okay, let's start with these pieces here. This is the base. We're just gonna fold these. We're gonna pre-fold all of our base pieces. See how just fold it down the center. And this isn't necessarily the way that our folds are gonna go, but it's just good to make sure that we check that we made all of our score lines. See how easy it is to fold them? Once you score the paper, it's just so much easier. See, it kind of tells the paper which way to go, because otherwise it'll go in all different directions when you try to fold it. All right, we're gonna start with these 3 circular pieces, and we're just gonna glue them together. So look, right here, we're gonna put some glue on tab A, just like that. Kind of spread it around, and then press it into place just like that. Sometimes you kind of rub it around a little, but you want to make sure you don't go over that fold line. Okay, so there we go. Those are nicely attached. Now we're going to attach this tab just like this, right there. Look at that. And we're going to glue it down. Make sure you press it down, line it up, and check it by folding it inwards. You don't want to go over that fold that you've made, okay? So these fold kind of like this. You can see that's going to be the base. All right, let's take these pieces. These are going to be the background, outer part of our diorama book. All right, see tab C there? We're going to fold it back. Put some glue on there, just right there. We're going to glue it into place. See, it says glue tab C here. Just like that. See, we're looking out for you. With these different templates, I try to put directions on them so that you all will know which way to do it. Give it some time to dry. Okay, let's do tab F. Let's go right here. Sometimes we go out of order with the letters. Ain't no big deal. See, tab F goes there. Look at that. Glue it right down. Just like that. Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? I think so. All right, so there are 3 pages of our diorama book. And we're going to need one more. This is tab G, and it goes right there. Look at that. Glues into place. Just like that. Yeah. And now we have the 4 pages of our miniature diorama book, just like that. 2 of them will be the cover, and then the rest of them will be the interiors. So look at that. Really nice. All right, let's take our big circle, and let's take our tab K. Let's see, where's tab K go? Let's look on our circle right there. A little glue on the underside here. Oh, excuse me, that's not tab A, that's tab I. As in I am a dummy, because I thought it said K. All right, next one, tab J. Tab J goes right there. See, it's tab J. All right, this one, tab L, goes right there. Oh, it goes right underneath, because that's going to be the outer part. Just like that. And then we're going to put this side. This is tab E. And it's going to go underneath just on the other side. Just like that. And if I get the names of the tabs wrong, it's mainly because my glasses aren't as good as they should be and I can't see them right. But you can tell. You can build this and it'll fit just right. So follow what you're seeing on the page. You know, sometimes I'm getting older. I don't see stuff as well as I used to. Okay, we're going to fold this shut. Okay, there we go. You can see all the different tabs that we're going to glue. Now we're going to take these dinosaur backdrop pieces and we're going to find where they go. So let's see, we need tab L and tab K. So those 2 go right there, just like that. Sauropod goes right there and it glues. We're going to make sure it glues in place. Put a little glue on these little tabs. These are sort of layer tabs to make sure it goes right in place. Look at that. Fits right there. Beautiful. And now we got that first layer with the sauropod. Look at that. Oh, that's so cool. It's really big. It really fits in there nicely. Look at that. So that's our first little page of our diorama. And this is also called a carousel book, by the way. Look at that. There's our big sauropod. Now we need another layer, and these 2 layers, this is tab N and tab M. So you can see there's a little Allosaurus right beside this large sauropod. I think it looks like a Diplodocus and an Allosaur. So these 2 tabs just go right there, just like that. And they glue right to the ground. Oh, we got to put these little tabs on here. Let's put those little tabs, they're going to go in the back, and they're going to find their place. After we put the glue on both of those little tabs, the one behind the Allosaurus and one, watch, that is going to glue to the sauropod right there. See how it glues to the back? Just like that. And that one glues, the tree glues all the way to the backdrop. So look at that. So there's our first diorama page. Ah, so cool. Okay. So now next, what dinosaurs will be next? So let's see. We need tab Q, tab R, tab P, and tab O. Okay, so it says right there, tab O here, and tab P here. So let's put some glue on these 2 tabs. And it looks like we have a Styracosaur and a Corthosaurus. And we're going to glue them right in place. That's right. So we're going to glue these 2 tabs in place, and look at how I fold it in the back, and they kind of find their place and flatten. Let's glue it. Now this is just using layers. Really, it's the base pages are V-folds, and there are layers built off of them. If you want to learn more about how to use like layers, learn about the process of making layers in pop-ups and V-folds in pop-ups, you can sure go to my YouTube master classes that I have. There's all kinds of different ways to learn about it, and I'll teach you. Okay, oh wait, we've got to glue these 2 layers on. This is tab R and tab Q. Looks like we have an ankylosaur and some plants. Look at that. And those are going to glue right into place right there. Look at that. Those 2 glue. That little tab. is going to glue right to the Styracosaur. And this one is actually, look at that, it glues on top of the other tab that's there. Look at that. Awesome. And see that one, you just want to make sure it glues in place. See, it finds, what happens is it finds its place when you close it where the tab goes. Look at that. So we have a Styracosaur, an Ankylosaur, and a Corthosaurus. Okay, let's do our last diorama here. Now, if you really wanted to, you could turn all these dinosaurs into other dinosaurs if you want. You could decorate them however you like, okay? This is all up to you, but this is the way we've started our diorama. So look at that. There is our next diorama group of dinosaurs, and we're going to glue those two tabs in place, just like before. I mean, this is all the same thing over and over again. So we've got those two main base ones. Let's do these tabs. We're going to glue that. Excellent. And we're going to glue this one in place. And remember, we're going to fold them. When it closes shut, we're going to fold them down so that they find their place. Look, they're going to find their place as we close it. Look, we're going to look inside. We're going to push them so that they all go flat first. And then what's going to happen is the tabs are going to find their place on that backdrop. There's all those tabs glued into place. Look at that. All right, there's our little Plateosaurus. And let's get these little, I don't know what dinosaur, this is what a small sort of early dinosaur species up front. This is obviously a Triassic period scene. The last one was a Cretaceous one, and the first one we did looked like a Jurassic one. We're going to glue this tab. Look, that glues right there to the bottom. Super easy. It just glues right on top. Zip, like that. So there's no tab because the tabs have already been attached. So look at that. Oh my God, it's so awesome. I can't wait to show you how this looks. Whoa, there we go. Look at that. There's a Plateosaur. There's a little small early dinosaur right there in the Triassic period. Look at this. In the Cretaceous period, we got all kinds of dinosaurs there, like Ceratopsians. And in the Jurassic, we got some big sauropods. And look at, you can display it opened or closed. Look at that. So like, if you want to give it to somebody or you want to display it, and we can draw all kinds of stuff on the backdrops too. You can do that. You can display it like this. See that little corner? That just goes right in there. And then you can display it however you like on a table or whatever. Look at that. But it pops up. You can give it to somebody else. Look, there you go. Your very own Dino Diorama. Whoa, look at that. Was that fun to make? I mean, it takes a little time. You know, you got to take a little patience. You gotta have a little patience, you know, cutting out all the pieces. But I just love like these miniature dioramas like this. It's so cool because you can look at it from all angles, you can lock it into place, and you can decorate it however you like. I love crafts like this. They're super fun, they're simple, just about anybody can make it. So I hope you enjoyed making the Dino Diorama with me. I hope you are looking forward to more dinosaur crafts this month. We're gonna do masterclass that will have, you know, sort of a dinosaur theme, and then we're going to do a couple more crafts like this. And I hope you've enjoyed it. I have so much fun creating these things for you and sharing them with you. I wish I had even more time, but right now is a really busy time in my work studio. I don't even want to get into it. I'll do a weekly update and tell you what's going on. But basically, a lot is happening. Be careful what you wish for, because sometimes it comes true, okay? Just remember that. On your way up, could you do me a favor? Could you hit the like and subscribe button down below? We're trying to get up to 50K. And we'd love to do it. I mean, of course, I'd love to do it by the end of the year. I don't think that's possible, but if we can even get inch a little closer, we'd really appreciate it. So please make a comment. Tell me, hey, Matthew, I don't know how you look, or I don't like this craft. Make something else. Could you make this other craft? Let me know, because I appreciate it. We'll try to make things better or even make more things that you like. So that's what it's all about here. Everything I do here is for you and because of you. So thank you for your engagement. Thank you for enjoying my books and playing along with me. Because, you know, if we don't have fun, what do we have in this life, right? So this is Matthew Reinhardt saying, be kind to a stranger. Remember to think creatively and also keep it poppin'. Woo, dinosaur poppin'. Thank you. See you next craft. Bye.